What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 43 of the Bristol Rovers career mode series. And in this episode we are firstly going to be starting off this episode going into a game against Oldham Athletic. Thank you very much, guys, for the support that you've been giving me on all my videos recently. I'm so close to 800 subscribers now. That's just absolutely incredible. And when I do hit that mark, that'll be a big milestone, because that'll mean that I'm only 200 away from that big 1,000. That's the main milestone that I want to hit. I want to try and hit it before April. I think that's very possible that I will be able to do that with the rate that my channel is growing at the moment. And it's great to see that you guys do enjoy my content, and I do have people out there that do watch my videos on a regular basis. Thank you to you guys, because without you, this channel just wouldn't be anything. It would just be very boring for me to make, and I would have no motivation whatsoever. And it's great to see that you guys do enjoy my creativity in making new series. And the series that I do make, you do enjoy a lot. It's really, really good to see. And we're starting things off here against Oldham Athletic with a very good save. And how they missed that diving header there, I do not know, in the 10th minute. I probably should have been 1-0 there for sure. I do not know, honestly, how they missed that header. I mean, he dived under the ball to try and get to the diving header. But Oldham Athletic was surprisingly attacking in this game. And they get another chance here, which is parried away from the goal by Robert Lainton. Another great save from him. And this game was filled with a lot of chances, let's just put it that way. Ryan Gould getting put through on goal here by a lovely little through ball by Emile Sinclair. But unfortunately, for some reason, he just decides to get the ball caught up in his feet. He didn't really know what he was doing. Don't know why he didn't have better ball control there, because that's one of his highlights, is Ryan Gould. His ball control is probably one of the best of the teams. And you can see here we get another chance here. John Joe O'Toole completely fooling the defender. He's through on goal. He shoots, and it's a really, really fluffed up shot there from John Joe O'Toole. Didn't put enough power on it or direction, and that is why the goalkeeper catches it with ease. And into the 25th minute here, they get a very good chance. But from the goal kick, we do pass it out to Hughes, our youth star, and we go with a lovely through ball. Look at that from Sinclair all the way to Ryan Brunt. And, well, we cut inside, and how the hell the goalkeeper managed to save that, I do not know. I guess he just guessed Ryan Brunt's, you know, his good side, really. He's very good at shooting a cross goal like that and into the top corner, but unfortunately right there he couldn't do so to make it 1-0 in this game. And to make things even worse, we hit the crossbar there with a header. I think I might have been from Tom Parks, our really young centre-back. He's so quality, and if you are doing a career mode with a lower league side, pick up Tom Parks. He's an absolute god at the back. But luckily, after all the chances that both teams created, we finally managed to break the deadlock in the 42nd minute, just before half-time, with none other than Ryan Brunt. Of course it's Ryan Brunt. Lovely through ball to find Ryan Brunt from Emile Sinclair. He's very good at laying off Ryan Brunt and getting him into goal-scoring opportunities. He's just a perfect striker up front, and he's really outshadowing the kind of work that Max Clayton is doing. I mean, Max Clayton is a good player, don't get me wrong. His work rate just isn't good enough, though, for this league, that's for sure. And just before half-time, look at this lovely work again. And that's 2 assists from Emile Sinclair within 4 minutes. And, of course, 2 goals from Ryan Brunt within 4 minutes too. Really, really good finish into the top corner. And I do not know how the defender did not keep up with him. He probably should have cut his line of, well, his running path off, to be honest, because he just completely got fooled once again. Their defence was very shaky, and that does make it 2-0. Although Oldham Athletic did have a handful of chances, I guess you could say, they just weren't in the game. And you can see here, Max Clayton does prove to me why he should be a starter over Emile Sinclair. Although I feel that those two, Emile Sinclair and Ryan Brunt, are still better together, despite the fact that Max Clayton has a crap ton of potential. I think he has about 77 potential, and he's only 19, I think, at the moment. So he's got a lot of potential in him, and hopefully in the future he's going to be a goal scoring machine for us. I've heard that he's got past 77 looking at potential statuses, but we do concede a rare header here from a set piece. I think that's the first time in this series possibly that we've actually conceded a header from a corner. Maybe in Football League 2 we did, but certainly not in Football League 1. But luckily we do manage to win the game 3-1, although we couldn't quite keep the clean sheet as they do manage to get a consolation goal. But Ryan Brunt getting 2, Max Clayton getting 1, and of course Emile Sinclair getting 2 assists. He was playing very well in this game, but Ryan Brunt stole the show, and it seems that the people that do get the assists, such as Ryan Gould and Emile Sinclair, they're the kind of players that should be praised a lot more than they actually do, because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for assists, where would the goals come from? It's as simple as that. And I think Ryan Gould is one of the top assisters in this league at the moment. Before I did send him out on loan, I don't know if that reset his assists or anything like that. It might have when I sent him out on loan to Huddersfield Town. I'm not 100% sure. I might have to have a little look at that actually, because that's really starting to bug me now. Because if that has, that's a real bummer, because Ryan Gould was really dominating the assist table right at the top. He was on about 13 assists before I loaned him out, but of course I had to reset his potential so that he would start growing again. And hopefully he will start growing, because he's got the potential to be a really good player for us, as does Max Clayton. But of course Max Clayton is actually growing. And you can see there we've got a 10-point lead over Barnsley at the top of the table. It looks like we're going to win the Football League 1, doesn't it? I mean, if we win this, we're in the Championship. We're one step closer to the BPL, and that is, of course, what we want. We want to get as close to the BPL as possible, and then start challenging for the title and silverware, because we still haven't won a bit of silverware yet. But what I'm planning to do is, I'm planning for the J-Paint Trophy. If we do get to the final, or any finals in silverware, I'm planning to do a live commentary, I guess you could say, over it. Although in the past I've tried to do that and it hasn't really worked out that well. So let me know if you guys do want to see a live commentary. If you do, over a final like the J-Paint Trophy final, I think that would be a lot better. But I'd have to put it into one episode possibly, because it would work a little bit better like that. But if you guys do want to see that, let me know in the comments down below. And if you are enjoying the episode so far, please leave a like, because that always does help me. But with regards to the game against Warsaw that we're currently playing in, we were dominating this show. You can see there Ellis Harrison getting a goal there with his weaker foot, I think that was. Really nice finish, and an assist from Ryan Brunt. It was a really nice little layoff, and he had to finish that, to be honest. It was such a good chance. And they do get a chance here just before half-time, though. They cross it in, and they get very unlucky, hitting the woodwork there. Probably should have tucked that one away, but obviously their strikers don't have good enough finishing. And that was the story of the first half, really. We were dominating things, but they were having their fair share of chances as well. That one being the best chance in the first half, which they probably should have tucked away. Do not know why they didn't tuck that one away, but I guess they just weren't at it in this game. And they were getting booed off at half-time for sure, because we were dominating things. 2 goals within 10 minutes. Absolutely brilliant stuff from the team. And you can see there that Barnsley have sold their striker, actually, which was a silly move, to be honest. Chris Dagnall was the second top goal scorer. He's gone to FC Nantes now for something ridiculous like £1 million. But I'm interested in a few Barnsley players, and I'll mention that in the next episode maybe. But I am interested in a few of them, because they do have such a good youth squad and a lot of potential in it too. But Chris Dagnall, they probably shouldn't have sold him, because it does mean now that we have an even bigger chance. It's a benefit for us, basically, because it means that their top goal scorer, their gem of a striker, isn't going to be scoring goals anymore. So they are most likely going to be struggling to get goals and win games, which means that we are going to grow our lead further and further and further, and that increases our chances of winning the Football League 1 and getting promoted into the Championship. That'll be the day when we're in the Championship. Hopefully we'll get some decent funds by then. God, I've had some awful funds from the Bristol Rovers boards currently. I think this season I only had over £500,000 to play with, which is literally nothing, considering we were up against teams such as Warsaw in this game, and so many other good teams in this league, such as Barnsley. And it was a real surprise to me that the board didn't give me extra funds, but I guess they were just being their stingy selves and not giving me extra funds so that I could bring in better players. But I will try and do it in the summer window, because I feel that if we get some sufficient funds, we can sign some absolutely cracking players. And one of them is the Barnsley left mid. I can't remember what his name is. You guys may know in the comments down below. but he's a young English winger who's got a lot of potential, but he's unfortunately on £5 a week, so we may not be able to afford him. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Maybe we can do a swap deal with Ellis Harrison, and that might go ahead and be completed. That would be really good if I can get him. But anyway, you can see that we took a 3-0 lead in this game, and that was the story of the whole game for Walsall. And we do end up winning this game, so that was a very, very good result. And that does mean that it is the end of the episode. So guys, if you have enjoyed this episode of Career Mode and want more Career Mode from me, please be sure to like and subscribe. 35 likes would be much appreciated on this episode, and I'll upload another Career Mode episode tomorrow. And I'll see you next time for another episode. Thanks for watching.